my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions. Everything I'm about to show you guys today for the most part is in combination between my Sephora VIB sale haul as well as my Ulta haul. So those may or may not be up before this video, but I always get very excited to do first impressions and kind of give you guys my opinions about what I purchased. Let's jump into this video. I have an idea that it's going to be incredibly long, so let's just get started. So actually first up, I do have a new brow product I wanted to test out. This is the e.l.f. Lock and Liner Brow Cream, and I got mine in the shade medium brown. I absolutely love my dip brow pomade, but I'm always looking for a dupe, seeing as that's incredibly expensive in comparison to an e.l.f. product. And I actually went a little bit lighter than what my Anastasia one is because I tend to like my brows to look a little bit more not so dark, not so crazy on an everyday basis. At least on a first initial dip, it is a very, very creamy product. It's not like super hard and hard to work with. It's not like, doesn't feel dried out at all. And I actually really do like the color. I think it matches very nicely with my current hair color. At least on top right now is a little bit more natural than down here, obviously. This one may just be a dupe for my Anastasia one. So on initial first impressions, I do really like this product. Let me know what you guys think if my brows look too dark on camera. At least in person, they look pretty nice, and I think that they match my natural hair pretty well. So I'm actually going to use two different primers today. I believe I've already done an impression of this one. This is the Milk Blur Stick, but this one is definitely new. This is the Becca First Light Priming Filter, and I got it in the Instant Complexion Refresh. It's like the purple shade. So this is definitely very brightening. I really like that so far. I think that this is going to look so nice underneath foundation for sure. This one here is the little mini sample size that I got in like a little kit, but I actually did pick up a full-size version of it because I loved it so much. It definitely blurs out any pores, definitely makes my makeup in this area look amazing. I cannot get over how much I love this product. So at least initially, this is kind of really the only thing that was new in my primer routine. I do really like this. I think it's nice and brightening, and you can definitely, I'm sure you can tell on camera just how much of a glow, like a natural glow, it gives you. We are going to move on to foundation. I'm going to be testing out, this is the Dior Skin Forever, and I have the shade 01 Ivory. So for this, I'm just going to pump out maybe about I did about 2 pumps right there, and we're going to see how far that this takes me. At least upon first initial application without adding anything on, it's definitely more like medium coverage. I guess the only thing I'm not liking so far, at least in my mirror, I can see it kind of shows a lot of texture on my base. I can definitely tell, at least on me, it is starting to oxidize a little bit. So this is going in with the second layer. It's definitely buildable. It doesn't feel like it's not building well, and it definitely builds into more of a full coverage with the second layer. I definitely feel like this foundation starts drying really quickly on the skin. So you definitely have to work quickly with it, especially like I can tell on my forehead it's starting to dry. But honestly, I'm really liking the radiance that this gives. It gives like a nice glow from within. For how much I paid for this foundation, I don't know how much I'm in love with it yet. So we're gonna kind of see how it wears throughout the video. So for concealers, I'm going to go in with these two. Again, I don't believe that these are new, but they are newer to my collection. They have become staples, like an everyday thing that I use. I'm going to make sure this is all blended out. The concealer is blending kind of okay over the foundation. I pretty much have my final opinion about this foundation. I do not like it. It looks like you're wearing heavy foundation. Like I could just see all of it all over my skin. I see every individual pore. I see all the texture. I don't think I'm going to be keeping that foundation. It was really expensive and I really don't like it. So I already went ahead and primed my eyes with my Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's just an oldie but a goodie. I didn't purchase any new eye primers as of late, but I did purchase one palette. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Essentials palette. This one has these beautiful rosy purple shades. I'm going to be first going in with the shade here called Exposed to set my primer, and I always go in with a big fluffy brush, and I just go in and just lightly set. I will say, just upon initial reaction, these shades are a little powdery. I definitely did get a lot of kick up, as you can see right there. And we're going to go into this lighter shade here called Fortune. This is just going to be my initial crease color. I don't even know if this is going to be quite dark enough to be an initial crease color, but we're going to test it out. But I do really like the color so far, and it is blending in quite nicely. It's definitely pigmented. Now we're going to go into this shade here called Lure. This is just a little bit deeper of a crease shade. So this is a really pretty shade. This is just deepening up my creases, you guys can see. But I really like the colors I've been using so far. They're nice and warm colors. They definitely have that more of a mauvey, purpley undertone to them, but I think that it's extremely pretty. So we're going to go into the shade Ensemble, which is definitely the darkest shade in this palette, and we're just going to concentrate this color on the outer corner. I am switching to my MAC 217 for this. This is just a really pretty deepening shade. It's not too dark. It's not like a matte black color. It definitely is more of like a purple, deep brown shade, so it's blending out very nicely into my outer corner. We're going to go in with this hard to get shade right here all over my lid. It's just a really pretty nice highlight shade. I actually am going to go in with my finger. This is kind of how I prefer to apply all of my lid shades, is with my finger, because I think it definitely gives the best pigmentation payoff. So I'm going to go in with this like little shader brush on the other eye just to give my impression of how this applies with the brush. I definitely will say I like applying with my finger much better. Like I said, it's just a quicker process, and I like the way it blends out better with my finger. We're going to go back in with that exposed shade right here on the brow bone, just to add some highlight. I've been obsessed with highlighting my like upper brow area lately. I just really think it pulls the look all together. Like, I feel actually quite naked if I don't do it. Impressions of this palette, I absolutely adore it. I'm definitely going to add it into my everyday makeup drawers or on top of my vanity to use a lot more. And I wanted to go with my new Stila Kitten Karma. This is the Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow. These have been all over, raved about, all over social media and YouTube, so I did pick up one or two in the sale, and this is actually a little bit more golden than I want to do. Yeah, this is definitely the one I wanted to use, and actually I think the one I meant to pick up originally out of all my first impression stuff. This one is Diamond Dust, and this one has more silvery. This look today just screams more silver to me than gold, so that's the one we're going to go with. And that is what this one swatches out to be. It's extremely pretty. I'm going to test this without putting down a glitter glue and let you guys know how much fallout I get. But I'm just going to concentrate this on the inner part of my eye. I have been hearing great things about how you can still put liner over this product, how you can, it's just so much more versatile and so much easier to work with than a lot of similar products. But I'm not getting any fallout underneath my eyes, which is great. This is so pretty. It just gives you like a nice pop of glitter without it like being too much or like having to put on like tons of glitter glue or something like that. And honestly, I like that the base is already in the glitter, so you don't have to mess around with many steps to get some glitter on your eyes. I like that it actually kind of dries much quicker than a normal one would, because I always run into that problem with the thing going up in my crease and getting all over my eyes. So we are actually going to move on to the face really quick, and then we'll come back and finish up the eyes. This one being the Tarte's Pro to Glow. This is the to-go one, so it's just the mini one here. While I didn't get this in either one of those hauls, I don't believe I've ever again used this on camera, or if I have, I apologize, but this one's just the mini travel one. I'm going to go in with the chisel shade here to do contouring on my cheeks. I like that it's a little bit more warm tone. I tend to like more warm tone bronzers on me versus like super cool tone ones. And then I'm going to go here on my forehead. I'm trying to stay really not going any further than like the arch of my brow. Really like this product. If you were looking to not get the full-blown palette, like I said, I do highly recommend this. And then I do go in with this shade again to contour my nose, and honestly, I never was really big in contouring my nose until recently, and now I cannot go a day without contouring it. And then I go in with my Beauty Blender to blend it all out. So I'm going to go in first with this new product. This is the Cover FX Custom Drops, and this is in the shade Halo. This is the one that has like a little bit more holographic of an element to it, so this is what it looks like out of the packaging. I will swatch it for you guys pretty quickly as well. I saw this, I can't remember whose channel I saw this on, like look how cool that is. I have actually ordered a couple things from Cover FX lately, and I've really enjoyed everything. They are a great brand. I'm going to go a little bit on my nose too, right on my Cupid's bow, slash just my whole entire upper lip, because why not? It is wearing very nicely over the initial powder bronzer that I put down. I don't see like it like breaking up and like ruining one or the other. So it definitely gives like a very nice luminous glow, as you can see. It doesn't look like you slapped a bunch of purple on your face. It blends in really, really nice. So I really, really do like these drops a lot. I'm definitely going to be playing with them a lot more, but at least on initial first impressions, I do really like them. For the cheeks, I'm going to be going in with this L'Oreal Infallible palette. This is the Infallible Paints. I believe this is the only shades that they have, or these are the only ones I can find at the drugstore. This is in 230 Blush. I'm going to swatch these really quickly for you guys so you can see. So that's what these look like. Definitely pigmented on a couple, just swipes. Although these are blending out like really kind of into nothing, which sometimes I don't mind, especially because these are like a little bit crazier colors, but we're gonna see how these apply. I'm gonna go in initially with this pink shade right here on the cheekbones, and then I'm gonna go in with this more nude shade and just kind of sweep it back towards the hairline. Okay, so it's definitely giving me some pigment, but it's not overly pigmented. And honestly, I'm one of those people with cheeks, I don't like to look like I got punched in the face with a bunch of bronze or a bunch of blush. I do like it, and again, it's layering nicely with that Cover FX the custom drops. It's not looking like too cakey or anything. So this is just kind of like an overall nice cheek palette. I really have no complaints about it so far. But overall, I don't dislike this palette, so I'm definitely going to be using it a little bit more to get more of my thoughts on it. We're actually going to be, like I said, a little bit extra and going in with another highlight palette. This is the Smashbox Casey Holmes palette, and I got mine in the shade, I think it's like the coral one. So here's what it looks like opened up. I'll quickly swatch them for you. While they do come off looking initially glittery, it's not as bad as some palettes out right now. And honestly, I've been told that this just gives a really pretty like lit from within kind of look. I'm going to go in, I think, with this more like pinky color right here. I think it'll complement the Cover FX one a lot more. I do feel like this one probably has the most initial glitter in it, but it's not, I don't really see it coming through on the cheeks, and it does just give a nice like lit from within. It's not too over pigmented of a highlighter. So we are actually going to move back to the eyes and finish those up, and then I am going to go in with a new setting spray that I really want to try you. We're going to go back into the Bare Essentials palette, and I'm going to take that really deep shade again right here, the shade Ensemble, and I'm just going to go underneath the eyes initially with that. Just going to go in and try to get this as close to my lash line as possible, which I always tend to fail. Okay, so that's that looks really nice under the eyes. I'm going to go in with this smaller blending brush. This is the Morphe 562. It's like a tiny little blending brush, and I'm going to go in with that Lure shade, which is that, this shade right here, which was the second crease color I put down, just to blend that out and make it look a little bit more blended underneath the eyes. I do like the way that that blows that out a little bit. It's not as harsh under the eyes then. So for the inner corner, I think I'm going to go in with this really light, more like yellowy shade, because this was definitely the brightest one in the palette. So I'm just going in and placing this on my inner corner. I really like the way that that looks. It definitely gives a nice bright effect. Yeah, see, that just gives a little bit more extra on the brow bone that wasn't there before. And these are the lashes I'm going to go in with. These are the Salon Perfect 615s. I don't know if I've ever used them on camera. I am going to go off camera to apply these because frankly, I suck at doing them on camera. So to finish off the face, I'm going to go in with this Glam Glow Setting Spray. This is the Glow Setter Makeup Setting Spray. And again, this is something I've been hearing a lot about on social media. I really wanted to give it a try myself. Like, the spray is actually a very, very nice spray, but it's not like that short. It's like very, very light, and you almost have to like get it very close to your face. I really, really like the smell of it a lot. It's a very, very fine mist, and it definitely, I don't know if you can tell, but I think it's giving me a lot more glow once I initially have it on, and it definitely feels very refreshing and definitely very moisturizing. So we're going to move on and finish up the face with lips. I picked up, this is my first ever Nude Sticks product, and this is in the shade Entice. I saw this, I can't remember whose channel I saw this on either. I think it was Babs Beauty, but I loved this color on her, and it's definitely a warm nude color, and I really pick this color initially. It's not really super dark, at least on my skin tone. While I mean, it's definitely warmer, I don't think it looks like too dirty or muddy or like mustardy. And you really could probably build up this color to be as pigmented or as light as you want it to be. I don't think that it looks very harsh on the outer part. I think it has like a little bit of a blurring effect, which I really like. I do really like this color initially. I think it's very pretty. So we're going to go in again with another first impressions. This is an Anastasia lip gloss in the shade Undressed. And again, I think the same YouTuber like that I've been totally obsessed with lately, Babs Beauty, really likes this lip gloss. It's quite pigmented by itself. I think it actually could be worn by itself. Honestly, maybe a little too nude for me. We're gonna see if this one works out better. This is the Lancome Le Metallic lip gloss, and this is in the shade Lavender Patina. And this one's definitely more like a purpley cool tone color, so I think this will complement the eye look really well. I mean, I'm not like super crazy about the lip color, but I know for a fact that I love this formula. It's probably like one of my favorite lip gloss formulas of all time. It does give your lips a very like watery, mirrored look. I actually bought these on a recommendation from Kelly Strack on YouTube, and she did not steer me wrong. I do want to collect a couple more shades because I do love this formula so much. I haven't found anything close that I like that I can apply layers and layers and layers of this and it won't get sticky and gross and like get that like weird thing on your teeth. It just looks great. Let me know what you guys think about this look. Please don't mind the lips. I know the lips look pretty terrible right now, but I do really love how the eyes turned out. I really like how they look with false lashes. For the most part, I really do like the cheeks. Did not like this Dior foundation though. I will say this is probably going back immediately. I really enjoy this Glam Glow setting spray. I think it does give really nice moisture to the face, as well as it does kind of enhance your highlight for sure. I really did like the custom enhancer drops from Cover FX. I think that these were really cool. It gave a really cool effect. Oh, and then another kind of standout staple for me in this video was definitely the Bare Essentials palette from Bare Minerals. Thank you guys so much for joining me again today. If you'd like to see more videos, like more walkthrough videos like this where I do full face first impressions, please let me know down in the comment section. Also, make sure you guys check me out on all my social media channels. I'll link them all down below for you guys, but I would appreciate the love. I will catch you guys in my next video. Stay tuned for a couple hauls coming up and an empties video. So I will catch you guys later. Bye everybody.